Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Darlington for race 19 of the season. Take a look down qualifying. And let's get this show underway. Derek Campbell in the 54 for the Darlington race on pole. Zentz to his outside. The top two leading the shuffled up field with everybody looking different to take the green flag to kick off the cursed 500. This one's going to be a doozy. Hamill sailing it off into one. Zentz trying the outside. Team Duke in the 0-1 with a great starting position. Looking to leverage this to a solid finish. There's several drivers in the top 10. They're just taking it easy because Darlington don't really have much room to race. The 42 of Exo Tiger trying to get around that one racer 16. And looking at it now, seeing the early qualifiers trying to take advantage of their position. Toad Warrior in the 2. Look at that 24, Dr. Popper, that fantasy driver, taking full advantage of that start that he's got. Zentz getting a little bit higher on the track, seeing what he's got. Further back, just outside the top 10, Born Ready trying to hold off tons of traffic. Hyperdrive to the inside, Tiger Man outside. Portbot languishing in the 3, doing a solid job in the early goings of this race. And the thing about Darlington is you just want to get settled in line, just don't want to make anything too stupid too early. Wyatt Junkman down low, that's passing Kyle D. And a flash forward to the top 10. Zentz has lost some spots. Backed it up to 6th. This Toad Warrior 7th. The 91 of Jake is running pretty good right now. He's got that 91 up on the bottom lane. Lets Racer throw it in the corner a little bit, but I think the momentum's going to come for the 16. As Derek Hamill is pulling away for the lead right now. Ringo 67, he's looking to maintain the points lead. Sitting 5th, looking pretty. You can see further back where the battles really begin to take shape, especially like later 20s. Guys like Misty Viper, Craig Newhouse, that's the 11 and the 87. Both going at it. And a tough starting time for guys like Cody Goforth, Ben. They're both pretty deep in the field looking for any sort of way through. But it's tough sailing. As driver in the wall, that is John X. Sully in the 50. As he basically rides the wall all the way down to last. Mizzou's 84 gets right on by. And look at what's happening here. Toad Warrior having to play some defense here. Like the top 6 or so have all kind of gotten out there, but now it's just the packs of where they're battling is where the fights are going to be. Toad Warrior in the 2, having to fight off his normal ride. So a lot of these drivers having those out-of-body experiences when they're racing the wrap that they're normally in. Racer on the way up, pushing spots past Zentz. Zentz having a bit of a rough time in the 34. As Brogan makes his way to 2nd. Exo Tiger is in his 42, looking to get inside the top 10. Born Ready is making the low side really well so far. That kind of interested to see where the 19 goes with this. But there's still a lot of racing left. The outside lane, see when Zentz can wrap the outside, he can make it work. In turn 2, you got to get a little bit lower and then straighten out that exit to get it going. Ringo's there. Toad Warrior moving up to third. One thing you got to notice at Darlington, when the leader gets kind of in his element, he really pulls out there. So Brogan still has 2 seconds to make up on Hamill in this moment. Angel Madfia is in that number 8 this time. He is currently in top 15, doing himself a decent job. Portbot trying to break into higher positions as this race goes on. Tiger Man's running the 5. He's doing himself a good job. But look at the 42. Jump outside on him. Make a good looking pass. You can kind of make that work if you hit the high lane just right. But looking at Brogan, that's not Brogan. That's his car. Exo Tiger. When he hit that, he just got up into it. The theme of the weekend, catching out a lot of unsuspecting drivers. They'd be looking at the car that's raced him and wondering what that guy's doing, but it's not that guy. Wyatt Junkman sees the 8 hanging up high. He's in a good position as, 23 just demolitioning the wall. Canadian Lux on the way back. We saw this battle for third. Team Duke has been hanging it in there pretty well. But Toad Warrior is giving a run for his money. Honestly, the last thing you want to do is get hard into that wall, since that's going to be a lot of damage you're going to have to repair. Things are getting pretty spread out. I think this is pretty normal right now. When you have these braking zones, they're going to get themselves spread here. As look at Brogan making up that much time in one lap. The 20, trying to get to the lead as Hamill sails it deep, but grabs some wall there. Telling you, the wall is the last place you want to be. As Toad Warrior in second place had a shot to maybe take that 54 for a position, but doesn't capitalize yet. Hamill needs to get himself single file going into 1. Don't put yourself on the high side if you don't have to. Like, he absolutely over aggressively sailed it in, trying to defend the spot from Brogan, but it didn't work out. That one racer just kind of lingering in 6, doing his job, racing Ringo. Dr. Popper's been dropping spots. Kind of expected that, to have him fall a bit through the field, but he's still decently competitive. Haven't talked much about Nick Breeding. He made the high side really work there. Look at him grabbing some spots. But 35 of Kyle D, not too far behind, but he's in the top 20. Kind of having a little bit of a through the field moments and drivers we don't talk about. Mako Kit taking that 97, running all right with it. RS the anime guy hasn't moved much from his starting position. Ezri in the top 25, and Misty Viper trying to hold off that 45. Aceto, last race's winner here. Probably won't be the repeat here. And up front, Toad Warrior has taken charge of his Darlington race. The 2 put up in the lead. They really do have those comers and goers, as Brogan runs it right back. The lack of consistency amongst our drivers are really itching for those lead changes. Toad, not to be outdone, is going to sail it decently around the high side. Keep with. That one racer up to third, as the late going in this run really changes the complexity of these cars. And coming to complete lap 18, it is still a long time coming. Brogan gets a little too high. He's in the wall. He's got to get down off the wall, but Toad Warrior needs to take advantage too. The 2 and the 20, they're both having to dance here. And look at the 16 of that one racer slowly reel them in. They've gotten away from each other for now. Born Ready's entered into a pretty good battle here. Ringo's got company to hold off 4th place. And Hamill looks like he's used up that right side. Rough showing so far for that team. Oh, trouble! Toad Warrior! He's got an issue. The 2. I think something broke on that 2 car. We'll have to see when he comes in. This is unscheduled for the leader, so Brogan's going to take the race lead away. It's going to be a heartbreak for the 2 team. Brogan now sits on about 1.5 seconds over that one racer. Top 10 back to Exo Tiger. And man, what a moment there. And the 2, he's on pit road. Let's catch up with him. That looks like some tire damage there. Also, we got the Puff. The 17. He's coming in as well. He also has unscheduled pit stop. So there's plenty of like things happening. We get a wider shot there. You can see the leader's coming down as 17, addressing the pit stop in question. Hamill takes 3rd back. And the Puff, they're going to try and get some repairs on that thing. It was the engine possibly going terminal for that team as Toad Warrior now back on track 1 lap down. Racing J Money in the 38. And seeing a lot of these drivers that are rough sailing. Look at Ben. He's trying to come up through the field, but got some wall damage off there. He needs to get good points finishes now. Like, he is trying to rocket up through the field. He's racing Cody Goforth in the 10. It's looking all right, but we'll see how it really goes for this team through the events of the day. RBV and Krugermeyer just hanging out, barely inside the top 30. Misty Viper's 11. I mean, he's just kind of surviving right now. He definitely needs to be a little bit better throughout this run, but where the 11 team is, there's still plenty of time to hit it right on the car, especially throughout both the season and the race. Trying the high side on RS the Anime Guy as, the 88 of Esri just about clobbered the wall down. Ben having to take evasive action there. So it's going to be like a survival type race, what we're looking at. Brogan coming off the corner has got to do everything in his power to hold off that one racer, running 2nd right now. Derek Hamill sitting a solid 3rd. Ringo and Born Ready, this is an interesting dynamic. These drivers are very high in the points, looking for that regular season champion status. The 19 looking to get past the 67 about any way he can. Taking a look at the update there. I believe the Puff did get back out on track. Yeah, the 17 is back out there. And the 16 is looking for the lead. That one racer managing to grit and bear it all the way to where he is right now. Looking at some more issues. If the day goes on, RBV unscheduled for the 21 team. There's a lot more happening. I believe we may be seeing the beginnings of the first wave of green flag pit stops. No, the 6 might have been unscheduled. The 6 of Eric Monaco also came in, so I see a lot of drivers early pitting. Oh, Monaco got damaged somewhere. that's a repair. So definitely unscheduled for all those drivers so far. A lot happening within this time. So seeing only like 38 drivers on the lead lap. Look at all this. It has been looking rough so far. Wolf Van Halen 77 last on the lead lap. Tiger Man making a pass on Jake. Born Ready and Ringo still going for it. I think the 19's going to get there and clear. Making it look good. Making it look easy a little bit even. Now they're within their 2-stop window, which is definitely going to be if it stays green all the way. Seeing what's going to happen. Oh, I think the 21 of RBV coming back in. Yeah, it has not been the race that this team wanted. They're back in again. Battle for third going to heat up with Derek Hamill having to play defense with a lot of good drivers behind the 54 team right there, looking for any last bit of positions late into this going. Jake may have got a little bit high that corner. '21 back out on track. Currently setting 5 laps down. Now, RBV has not had a good history at Darlington, and this race is just going to be another example, it looks like. Going to 6 down. He's back out on track, racing with Mizzou in that 84. So a lot of tough times had by these drivers. Toad Warrior currently kind of getting around to where Seto is. He's trying to move on up through the field. Having himself at least a decent day. Or salvage anything. Wouldn't call it decent at all. Go on board with that one, Racer. You can really see just the dynamic of trying to catch that 20. Oh, Brogan's pulling down. I think these are scheduled pit stops. See Brogan, Hamill, first 2 in. And I think when Eric Monaco came in, he took tires and repairs. So looking at that 6 team, they have just absolutely been carving up these drivers on tires. Because the tires do tend to matter at a place like this. Racer stays out. Born Ready comes in, and a lot of others mixing up their stuff right now. Whether or not they're going to come in or out. Exo Tiger, Team Duke, Canadian Lux, Porkbot, Angel Madfia, Nick Breeding, a lot of others. Kind of staying the course of an extra lap. And I think when you have like these worn out tires and you're out here, it sucks being out here. So that one Racer might be getting some buyer's remorse on his strategy as he comes in for pit stop this time. Jake, Tiger Man, Wyatt Junkman, Hyperdrive, Zentz. Oh, Toad's coming in, so not an off strategy for that 2 team. They're going to bite the bullet. Seto, Cody Goforth, Kyle D. Seeing a couple of the slower drivers that had those unscheduled pit stops later staying out. Guys like RBV, maybe Eric Monaco, these drivers trying to make up the laps they can when they stay out like this. Mizzou, he's got to be a lap down at this point when it comes out of pit road, where Brogan's 20 is just running the speed he has. as he starts lap 37. We'll see where he comes out in relation to that one. Racer. Oh, Racer is behind the 20. Brogan has got this race in good hands. Mizzou must have had a bad pit stop. He is behind the times. Esri, also tough sledding. He's got himself to be a lap down. J-Money having it rough. KSS, BSS is pretty far behind. Portbot has got decent position there. And plenty of drivers slinging it around these corners. John X. Sully's pit strategied himself to be a lap down. Taking a look at the last drivers in the lead lap. Derek Baum in the 40, Billy Mays 66. And that's all the way to about 32nd place. So if you're not having that good of a time, you're going to be close to going a lap down if you're not already there. Brogan is absolutely slinging this thing around the track. He has got himself close to about 5 seconds gap for the lead. That one, Racer. Born Ready's up to third on his run. The 19 team is not taking no for an answer right now. They are pushing forward with this race. And they're trying to run down that 20. If he's marred in lap traffic, that'll especially get him to where, like, right where he wants him. All these drivers one down. Everybody who's a lap down is 1 lap down right now, except for RBV, who is 5 laps down. The Puff is still a lap down. And Eric Monaco is currently running on the lead lap, hoping for a caution. Take a look at that 6 team. Remember, they stayed out when the pit stops happened because of where they were. Hamill had a rough pit stop. You see that 54's right side looks cleaned up. But the problem is that the time it took to repair is where you lost all the track position. So kind of a 50-50 day for this team. Kyle D still in the lead lap. Craig Newhouse is running all right. And I think they're all trying to get past Monaco because he's not that fast. Krugmeyer, Ben, and RS are all there. I think putting the 6 on the high side is going to be how they're getting past. So definitely a thin slice of time for a caution to come out if the 6 wants to salvage the race. Brogan has gotten past Derek Baum to put him a lap down, but Billy Mays has kind of pulled away a bit. There's Dr. Popper's good qualifying. He's all the way back near the end of the lead lap. Karane Ida has been staying on the lead lap. The 9 team doing all right. But Brogan, something's off about that 20. I think they pitted first, but they're definitely not running good compared to those that stayed out a little extra longer. Looking at his margin, you got Derek Baum unlapped himself. I think the 84 of Mizzou might unlap himself later in this run. Second place is currently kind of fiddling around with RBV, who is running 5 down at the moment. That one, Racer and Born Ready, are none too pleased about the shenanigans there. And looking at that 84 team of Mizzou, they're trying to unlap themselves from the 20, hoping that it can work out for them in the long run. Dr. Popper is another driver that's on the way back. Seeing Billy Mays take 29th position from all these fancy drivers around, they're currently unlapping themselves as Mizzou unlaps himself. Here's a wide shot of track. And see that one car? That's Eric Monaco's in the 6. He is just really not having it right now as he is really slow. That one, Racer got by second place. These lappers that are kind of holding up the 19 and the 67. Not doing them any favors on this run. as you see a pit stop for the 50 team. John Sully comes in. This looks unscheduled. We'll see what comes out of it. He's already a lap down, and he's going to go more. He's coming off pit road, so he'll get back on. We'll see where he merges out. You're seeing the entire field run by. Looking out for an open hole for him to get into, and that area he's going to go. Oh, look at what's behind him. The Puff in the 17. He's running a little bit rough shot right now. Kyle D having a tough time getting around. RS, the anime guy, in the 1, as they're going to go 3 wide on the Puff to get past him. Krugermeyer's struggles continue even in the 60. This one's been a rough, weird one right now. Brogan 99 has lost his entire gap to that one racer. I think those fresher tires for 16 might have actually have been exactly what he needed. They got Monaco a lap down, so that gamble for the 6 team clearly failed. He's not running too hot at all right now. They're coming up. They've got Mizzou in front of the 20 to put him back a lap down. If a 20's trying to hold off both the 16 and make a shot on the 84, then see what's up, as Dr. Popper just clobbered the wall down. The 24 team, they're running rough. I think that they're going to get put a lap down. Mizzou trying to stay on the lead lap. That one racer looking for the lead up high. Side by side for the top spot. Racer's going to sail it up into the wall. Brogan's going to maintain the lead. Oh, Racer's just got himself all over that thing. Born Ready in 3rd place. He might have a shot at this. 4th is Ringo and Jake rounding out top 5. Look at some other drivers inside the top 10. That is Tiger Man, Nick Breeding, Portbot, and Hyperdrive 282, 7th through 10th. As now, Mizzou's getting a little bit high. The 20 having to defend the low side from the 16. As these lap traffic drivers are coming up in numbers there, the Puff on the bottom. And the Puff is just slow today. If he could put the 17 up high, but it doesn't block the 20. The top 3 are all going to run around the bottom. Even if Racer has the lead, Brogan can try and take it back. Born Ready doesn't quite have the middle corner speed he needs, as Ringo's right behind him. Brogan 99, that one Racer is just where they are right now. Dr. Popper has still staved off going a lap down, currently sitting in the 31st position. Last driver on the lead lap. They got past Mizzou again. And now Brogan's having to defend himself for 2nd, which is in a really rough position. Since that one Racer is now the lead, he could just run away with it. Or at the very least, hope that the 2nd pit stop works better for him. Yeah, the 50 did have that engine damage. That's why he's 3 laps down. So everyone's still here, though. So one wrong move can still be the end here. Speaking of the end, they're not really losing that much ground to that one Racer. Putting Dr. Popper a lap down, and he gets out of the way. Born Ready is ready to make this fight. The 19 team looking for the lead. Not going to make it easy for Racer. Settles back in 2nd. He's gotten into the wall a little bit here, in this run, hoping that he can at least keep it off for a little while longer. Ringo slips into third. This driver has just been immaculate on this like run of form on the season right now. Bourne gets a little bit of wall. No pressure. Derek Baum and Karane Inda in front. Just got to get a couple of these drivers kind of easier to pass. Don't want to overcomplicate things. Baum in the 40. And he's looking to go a lap down. Or looking to be put a lap down by Bourne Ready. He's fighting for it. Outside, inside. Bourne Ready uses the outside to get there. Might switch it up and get past the 9 in a similar manner. So Karane Inda and Derek Baum are both a lap down. That one racer searching around him as Dr. Popper continues to be inside the wall right there. Jake is in 5th. He's looking like he does not want any part of all this BS. Hyperdrive has moved his way in the 7th. Eric Monaco still out there trying to defend something. That's kind of given a little bit of a rough spot there for Portbot and Nick Breeding. Toad Warrior is now 2 down. Actually, still no 1 down. He gets past Monaco for that spot. And Chris Puckerboy just outside the top 10, but both him and Wyatt Junkman are just net destroyed themselves on that wall there. Both of them might have a little bit of a crustied up right side. Seto in 12th. There's other drivers scrambling as it looks like a hell of a time for a wreck here. I mean, there are plenty of drivers around for a wreck to happen. Looking at the standings just outside the top 15 into the top 20. Cody Goforth is stabilized in 17th. He's looking all right. Gideon Lux back there. Cilio Willie, Misty Viper round out top 20. The 51 of Ben had a bit of a rough, looks like he had a rough pit stop. He is just not having the day he thinks he wants. 26th place, not nearly enough. Krugermeyer back there as well. 54 of Derek Hamill has just kind of not had the speed ever since that pit stop. Marred back in traffic and is looking to drop some more spots. But Krugermeyer making up the positions, though. The 60 team doing themselves a solid job. As taking a look at the front of the field, I think we got some green flag pit stop stuff going on. That's just the Puff and Monaco both coming in. False alarm. Bourne Ready staying out. As I think the Puff and Monaco, they could both make this stop and have it be their last of the day. That one racer still is within about a second. Guys like Ringo and Brogan have kind of dropped a little bit off in this lead pack. But when it comes down to it, this next pit stop is going to be the zenith of this race. Like the most important step in getting yourself to victory lane if you have a shot at it. Looking at these margins, it's kind of like more or less your typical Darlington race, just spaced out. Everybody kind of just doing their own thing. Exit from pit road, that's the Puff and Monaco. They're both finding their way back on the racing surface, the 17 and 6. Both getting out just fine. That one racer hanging it on the outside of Bourne Ready. And the 16 takes the lead back. We're closing in on about 20 to go here pretty soon, and these drivers have not settled down at all. I think Bourne Ready might be trying something different here. Oh, he stays out. They're both kind of staying out. I mean, you can pit and make it, but it's difficult. Like, when do you make that final stop? When do you commit to that? Speaking of final stop, I'm looking at Monaco and the Puff. They are just looking to make up as much ground as they can, flying through here. Chadberger in the 99, haven't really touched on him, but he's just kind of existing. Went a lap down and never really caught a break. So tough going for that team. And the lead lap drivers still get to fight amongst themselves. Hyperdrive in the 12 going high. But it just kind of buried back there. So yeah, riding around does feel like the appropriate way to describe it. Billy Mays got jumped a lap down. The next driver up is Kyle D in the 35. Not had the day that they had hoped for. Back there. Bourne sitting second. And this is really the really frustrating part of the race right here is when you have like these runs that just drone on and on. Nailing restarts is fun because then you just get to hold the lead out and just do it all over again. But when it goes like this, it kind of wears on your psyche. So in a couple laps here, you should be seeing the pits begin to get full. Seeing RBV back on. But looking at what's happening in front of Born Ready, it almost looked like Billy Mays wanted to get his lap back, but just didn't have the pure pace there. I think the best thing he could do is just let that 19 go, see if he can catch him. I think Brogan was the first one to bring him down pit road, so the last time. And trying to keep our eyes on whether or not this 20 will do it this time. Just looking at the Puff in Monaco, just absolutely sending it around there. They're 3 and 4 laps down, but they're probably some of the faster cars on track. Adjusted for optimal lap. 91 of Jake. He's back to 7th after Hyperdrive takes spot 6 from him. And Brogan, he's coming in. I mean, Mizzou's also coming in, but he's a lap down. This is going to create a pivotal moment in this race. Kyle D going a lap down. The 35 team, they must have been really pooped out on their run. Just been a long time coming. Kyle D and Born Ready come in. Born comes in. Over that one racer. This could be what it means to win this race. Tiger Man stays out. Jake comes in. They're pretty spread out, so a lot of them coming in. Toad Warrior Port coming in. Junkman stays out. So a lot of like last second strategies being played out here. That one racer comes in. Next man up would be the 5 of Tiger Man. He comes in. Hyperdrive is in. Other lead lap drivers. Ringo. I think he already made a stop. Junkman comes in. Goforth is in. Newhouse is in. Newhouse hasn't been running too hot. Krugermeyer comes in. I think that's everybody there. Taking a look at the 20 of Brogan. He is first in, so looking at where he slots out in all this. He's definitely running down some drivers, but I think Exo Tiger had a rough stop. A lot of drivers having rougher stops in this going here, so seeing Cilio Willie go lap down, Mako, Misty Viper had a bad stop. Nick Breeding, he's on the money right now, so he's looking pretty solid so far. I think Brogan may have the key to this thing. No, Racer comes out first. Oh, Born Ready. Jumped him too. The 19 team Just has to hang on. Oh, Ringo. Did Ringo jump everybody? The 67 team has got it under control. Newhouse comes down as the first driver 1 lap down, but looking at how many drivers are a lap down, this is a very interesting Darlington race. Newhouse he's only 19th, but he's still a lap down. KSS BSS is 2 down. A lot of drivers kind of struggling on that stop right there. Ringo, 3.5 second lead. Born ready. He's got about 10 laps to run him down. Racer sits 3rd. Brogan taking 4th. 5th place runner Nick Breeding. Looking at how far back it all is. It's all weird and twisted. Tiger Man sits 6th. 7th place runner is Jake. 8th place for Hyperdrive. Angel Madfia currently running 9th, and rounding out the top 10, Chris Puckerboy. He's just kind of doing his homework, having a clean race in that 13. A lot of drivers outside the top 10 battling for those spots. Portbot, Wyatt Junkman, Seto. They're all kind of boxed in behind that 50 of John X. Sully. These slower guys do not know what it means to get the hell out of the way. And Junkman wastes no time at all taking advantage, but Portbot's going to have to dig piece by piece for this. Ben and Cody both having better stops. They're running top 15 if they can hold the line. Team Duke is on the lead lap, but he's destroying the wall, essentially. Zentz is there 17th. Derek Hamill running 18th, getting past those last 2 guys. And rounding out the call, Craig Newhouse gets himself unlapped, 19th. And then that's Krugemeyer in 20th, wanting to unlap herself. But right now it is, can Born Ready nail this margin down? He's got about 7 laps to bring it in 2 seconds, which that could be the dagger right here, especially if Ringo keeps getting messed up. Oh, we got a wreck! Oh, he saves it! No caution. That was Craig Newhouse in the puff. They keep her racing, boys. How did they not bring it out? That was an airborne crash for the 17, but still, they remain green, looking to kind of clear the puff down the track. I think Newhouse is also going to be kind of struggling for the rest of that race. I just congratulated his unlapping. And what a tragedy how that turns out. He's going to have to try to hold off top 25, if even. Looks like they're going to stay on the track, stay the course. As Born Ready jumps to the lead with 5 to go. Ringo, his gamble, he got out there, led some laps, but it's not going to pay off. As he is on the wrong way, he's going backwards. That one racer in 3rd also. Everyone's just kind of struggling out here right now. It has been crazy. I don't know, Newhouse may still have some gas left in that tank, even after a little bit of a damaged tangle up there. Whoa! What is going on? Everybody gets kind of checking up, though. I think that's for the 50. Cilio Willie takes advantage. These drivers are seeing stuff right now. Absolute mania down at Darlington. 3 to go for Born Ready. He has about half a second on Ringo. Can he hold the line? Ringo is reeling him in. I think that 60 might be doing something to that 19. And that was a much shorter pit stop for all parties involved. It is going to go down to the wire. Look at Ringo outside. 2 to go, and the 67 takes it back. He's got it. Born Ready has to run him back. Look at all the lap traffic he's going to have to deal with. Can it hang on? Krugermeyer, the last car on the lead lap, just doing everything she can to get the best finish for her. White flag in the air. One more time around. Born Ready's reeling him back. He sails in the corner. Born Ready. He pulls up to the outside. Born's going to get him back. Born Ready in a thriller. Lead changes galore in the final 5. He's just got to hang on through 3 and 4. The 19 of Born Ready is going to win this cursed race at Darlington. And how about that? What a show that these two put on for that one. That one racer crosses 3rd. 4th place goes to Tiger Man. And Nick Breeding grabs top 5 spot. How about that? Drivers staying their course on the lap. Count they are. All right. That was something there. Before we finish, I want to address a little bit of something with the 6 team. This was Eric Monaco. Oh, RBV was just slow on the straight, and that causes RBV and Monaco to hit each other. That's probably why they both were running so poorly. And the 21 kind of showing off why he doesn't like this place. But Born Ready must love this place with a big-time victory here. And we're going to take a look at the final results. This was a instant classic. Comers, goers, pit stoppers, hangers on. You got the works. All that lap down drivers looking for all the best finishes they can get. But that is all for this race. Till next time. Take care.